Hi, I'm Tony, and you're in Pop Pop's Workshop. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about this old friend that's been with me for, 20 years. It's a long time. It doesn't really owe me anything. It's done everything I've ever asked of it. The DeWalt's a great saw, but all the rage is the sliding compound miters, right? So that would be my next upgrade eventually. But what I did in the meantime, you can probably see I got myself a new Diablo 60-tooth blade. The old blade just wasn't cutting it anymore. Literally, it was just burning the wood. So I definitely needed a new blade. So I upgraded to that. Wonderful blade, very sharp, doing excellent on the hardwoods as far as keeping the burning to a minimum, even on some pretty hard stuff. So that was needed. Got that done. I was glad about that. And another thing I did was upgrade to the zero clearance tape. Comes in a pack of 5 strips, and it's just adhesive back. So you basically put it in there, peel it off, put it in, and then smooth it down. Then it just takes a cut. And then I've got an excellent, just very narrow, little pieces aren't going to get in there and shoot out at me, which again, the one eye, I don't want stuff flying at me. So, face shields on, hearing protection, all the things that I talked about in my last video that are vital if you're in the shop, guys. Hearing protection, face shield, it's important. So that was great, and those upgrades have really helped a lot. But obviously with my impairment, missing the eye, it means my depth perception is not there. I as a kid, I kind of learned how far things were or where things were, and that worked okay as I got older. But now that I'm, past 50, we'll just say that, it's harder now to keep gauging that. And so when I go to make a cut, this saw doesn't have any kind of laser. It doesn't have a shadow line, nothing. So I have to kind of creep up on it, and it gets a little tedious. But I also have to, as I'm creeping up on things, be very aware of where my hands are at, don't want an accident that way. So that would be something I'm going to have to upgrade. If you guys have recommendations on a saw that you really like or you think would help with the visual impairment, please put it in the comments. Put some links in there. Let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate it. So the other thing, obviously, if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's very dark here in this corner. So the shop really wasn't set up with a lot of light. There's a couple long 8-foot fixtures kind of off-center in the middle of the shop. And it's great if you're in the middle of the shop. But when I come over here to the miter station, combine low light with not really good depth perception, and it gets a little tedious and it gets a little hectic at times. So especially if I'm trying to get anything done with any speed at all, which I'm not saying rush on anything, guys, but you know what I mean. Production can be dragged down by those factors. So I'm thinking probably, I know I'm going to say it, Harbor Freight. It's probably a dirty word to some of you guys, but they've got some nice LEDs in the 5000K range, which is great for me. It's a lot of light. I know some guys that might be too much, but for me, I need all the light I can get. So I'm thinking about getting them to kind of connect together, but maybe 3 fixtures across this back area, and I can have this whole area just lit up, and that'll at least solve the light problem. And like I say, if I can adjust and get a new saw, that's going to fix that problem. So thanks for watching. As I said in the first video, guys, if you know of anybody that has an impairment, that is still out there in the woodworking community and they're doing it, or it happens to be you, please tell me your story in the comments. I'd really love to hear it, and I'd like to share that story. So please let me know if it's okay to share that story on a video. And when I get those, I'm definitely going to share that in upcoming videos, because by sharing our stories with each other, we help each other see that you can do this.